How are you a superpower? I'm dry in the long hot day. Lost and lonely every way. Got the flats all around, sky up above. Yes, I need a little water love. I've been too long lonely and my heart feels pain. Crying out for some soothing rain. If I don't get some water soon, I'll be dead and gone in the afternoon. Water love deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, where the river runs free, it's gonna carry that water of love to me. What's up? Yeah? Dave is here. She lives under the desk. Hello and welcome to Dead Dog's Garage Live. Slightly late edition. Because we were at Grammy's birthday party. We had to take her cake and stuff. I wonder if
I'm turning into him.
you're turning into me. How?
Coughing
Coughing
a lot, really loud.
and wearing my sweatshirt
Yeah.
and saying bad words.
Um.
Hello and welcome to Dead Dog's Garage Live, the slightly late edition. Howdy, Rich Jordan. My sister somehow made it on time ish. Interesting. Party! Caress the like button. You know you want to. Howdy, Lovejoy. Old Plymouth Garage. Dan Tupper. Paul Steinberg. Oh, hold on. Do not adjust your TV. Better? I can do it again. Cody Hollinger. Yep. Hollinger? When's one of those? Gotta be.
I found a beautiful thing.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful.
Wow. Oh, crap. Are you good?
No.
Wow.
I told you I was turning into you.
Well, do it quieter. All Classics Restoration, how's it going? Old Stuff Rules. Donnie is here, sir. Paul Steinberg, what's up with the Cornet 500? Well, you saw the video. Or, well, I assume you did. I think it, well, it's a front pump seal, torque converter seal problem, but I don't know why. So we'll figure that out. Glenn Yerome says, hey, Jamie, good to see you. The video today made me feel bad for you, but the Kraggers look kick-ass on the Charger. Yes, I agree. Apparently my sister fired Donnie last week. I missed that somehow. Rocket Tom is here. Hello, Rocket Tom. Evening, Stacy. Howdy, Rooster. Old Stuff Rules. Hey, Jamie. Count them 2 great videos this week. Count them. Thank you. Appreciate that. I thought they were good. I believe I'm going to have a whole lot more than 2 out next week, but we'll see how it goes. Donnie texted me, "Excuse me, sir, you're late." Yes, dear.
I'm as tall as you now.
Wow, finally. After all these years.
Yay. After 7 years, I'm finally as tall as you.
Thought it would take a lot more than that. Howdy, Avon. What is up? Robert Fitch. Rooster hates editing videos. I kind of like it. It's time. It takes a lot of time.
Reminds me of how you never edit my videos.
Well, yeah, it takes so much time. Would you turn that heater up? That bottom knob, like put it straight up.
I have no idea how to do that.
I just told you how to do that. Turn the bottom knob straight up. It's not doing enough heats.
Well, maybe because you're wearing just a flannel.
Whose man is this? Howdy, G-Bot Beluga. What is up? Turn the bottom knob to the right.
Huh?
Bottom. Oh my God.
I don't know my lesson right.
Bottom. I didn't say left. Bottom.
Bottom. Okay. I don't know how to do this instead. I'm gonna burn the house.
Lovejoy is having a good time. Yeah. Howdy, Bell James. Yeah, YT viewer. Editing is where the work lies and wait hiding. Yeah, so much time editing. 4 hours for me on those 2 videos, give or take. Plus, I finished one up for Tom, so there's extra time there. Donnie wants to know, should I just put a 727 behind that 360, seeing as how the specific flex plates are unavailable? Well, it doesn't matter. You still need one weighted for the Magnum. That's the important part.
Dad,
Yes, dear.
I have 105 subscribers.
Oh, wow. She has 105 subscribers. Incredible. Yeah, the same flex plate should work for either engine. Either transmission, I mean. And yes, it'll ruin your drive shaft if you change to a 727. I don't know what this means. McLovin Garage says, your Charger looks so much better with a classic set of right-sized Kraggers. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. Very happy. All Classics Restoration love the 68 Coronet. I might be a bit biased. I do know I won't be painting mine Sublime Green. Yeah, I don't really like any of the high impact colors. Okay, I like pink and purple, but that's about it. You don't need a flex plate, just weld the converter to the crank. Mr. PF Flyer says that I'm part of the Americana fabric that is woven out of music, the working family man, and a leaking carburetor. Yeah, pretty much. Ava! How's your tractor? Teach the little one to work on Mopars. She took my phone, and I'd show you a picture of my nephew helping rip the floor out of my brother's Fury. She's not really a car girl. If she wants to be someday, that's cool. But she likes hanging out in the house where it's clean and warm. Who taught her the bad words? I wonder. Or who taught who? Yeah, a little bit of both. Howdy, Idaho lineman. How's it going? Kelly Smith made it. Nice. Steel-tipped cleats. Good evening from the flatlands of northern Ohio. We enjoy salt on our roads, terrible road conditions, that sounds right, and Mopars. Nice. I enjoy one of those things. David Bisnet says, thanks for the good videos this week. Ask Rocket Tom to sell me an ashtray. An ashtray housing. Need one to fill a hole in my dash. Email him, tom@rocketresto.com. Grandma sneezes. I don't know what that means. Howdy, Jason. Mostly Mopar. Always a good time to celebrate with the grandparents. Yes, her grandparent, my mom. Brooke says hi also. Pulling Mopar transmissions is a top 5 favorite thing. I don't mind doing it on the lift, but I think I'm going to do the 68 on the floor. So that's going to suck. Rooster dropped a Ram Charger video today. It's rust-free. Kelly Smith. Are we filling up the bagpipes? Remind me to. Donnie sent me a clip. I got to use that for something. I'll try not to forget. Oh, to you music gear aficionados in the crowd, my wall of amplifier grew somewhat. I got a 212. Well, it's actually a Bandmaster cab, so my basement head doesn't fit on it right, but I'm still very excited about that. I've wanted one of those for like not quite 20 years, a long time. Brad's Restoration says if the Transit's going to leak, it's best to have it while it's in the shop, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, that really would have sucked if it happened to him out on the road. He's put some miles on it. I have no idea why that happened when it happened. Just all of a sudden, smoke, and then I looked under it and found the lake. It was quite something. Howdy, Will C. What's good? I'm not sure. Cake was pretty good. Tacos. Yeah. Worked on mail trucks today, by which I mean I got a super late start. I finished 2 out of 5. So, yeah, that's where we're at. 91 of you out there, if you haven't hit like, please do that. I would appreciate it. It does stuff, for the thing, the deal. It Amsbury. What's up, Mitch? How is it going? I'm going to list like 5 cars for sale tomorrow, and yours is one of them. It's time to get some things gone. Jonathan Jesh, possibly also Josh Jesh, is here and says, just checking in. Good evening, people. I swore a minute ago because one of these is not in here, but I can reveal to you this. Sure, it's got a stripe and the scoops and the hood treatment. But other than that, this is my car. Black interior, bucket seats, no console, 4-speed, 340 under the hood, of course. And it came with a friend, which is my 68 Charger. And that one's all new and shiny in the box, which is really super awesome. These were gifts from Josh and John Jesh. So thank you very much, guys. It was awesome. Super cool. I'm a bit of a diecast guy. I've got a few. I've got a couple Power Wagons. I've got a couple E-bodies. I've got a 69 Barracuda. Oh, I've got a little Cobra. Yeah, right there. Oh, and a 55 Plymouth. I forgot about that one. Anyway, but it's really cool having mine, but tiny. So, yeah, I'm excited. Thank you. Oh, also, I got hood scoops for the real car, but I don't know if I actually want to put them on. Anyway, this thing did lose a wheel in transport, so I got to fix that, but that's fine. Super cool. Thanks again. Howdy, Harry Carpenter. How's it going? Yes, I put Krager's on the 68. I needed something that was not those big, stupid wheels. Everyone wanted me to do Magnums, and I just can't do that. It's like generic Charger. I can't do it. The Charger diecast that I got Magnums on it. So, yeah. As soon as I saw that purple 69 with the Krager's, I knew that's what I wanted. So I did put it to the viewers in the all of my cars video from like 2 months ago. And most people said Magnums. Some people said slots, daisies. Krager's were in like third, let's say. But I already knew what I was going to do. I was just waiting for the right deal to come along. And it did. Evening Banana, what is up? Oh, awesome. All Classics is listening while editing a 70 Fury video. I can't do both of those things at the same time. Yeah, I never swear. No idea where she gets it. So weird. What's up, Snoopy Boobs? How is it going? Fill the bagpipes with helium so only dogs can hear them. Howdy, John Wilburn. How's it going? What is up? Yeah, watch them float away. Nice. Oh, awesome. Very cool. Yeah, we were talking about this a long time ago. Banana says, I've gotten massive progress on creating your 68 Charger out of Legos. I'll send some photos on Instagram. Awesome. I will love it. Yeah, I wish the Charger diecast was in here. I took it out to finish the Charger, the Krager wheel video, and it's sitting on the passenger seat of the car. And I forgot to bring it back in. But you'll see it in that video. Even went to a party for 5 hours 2 days ago, and he's still recovering. This reply isn't late. You're late. You're not wrong. Besides the transmission you said at the end of the video, this is the 68 Cornet that kind of wants to be a Super B. You said there was a fuel leak. What's going on with that? Actually, it's coming out around the gas cap. He brimmed the fuel tank before he dropped it off, and I jacked it up like this to diagnose the leak. And yeah, so gas filler neck coming around the cap. It was a slow drip, but over the course of 4 hours, it was enough to see and smell. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And I don't know if it's actually a vented cap and that's like it's coming out of the vent or if it's actually coming around it. It looked like it was coming around it, but I don't know. Sounds good, Banana. Yeah, I can't wait. Driveway to Hell says, Krager's look great on the Charger. Seriously, I stepped back and I was in love all over again. It is so good. Mike Brunello found a good 318 poly for $150 with a push button 727. Should I buy it? I'm going to say yes. I don't know what you need it for, but yes. Hail! Mitch Ansbury. This is on the Green Dart, which I put a new pump in. That was a year ago, so it's crazy. Like now I'm having the same problem in this 68 Cornet, which is also green. So that's fun. Can't wait to get it out and find out it's exactly the same thing. Anyway, Mitch got a new transmission in that Dart, new alternator. The old one wasn't putting out enough, and electric fan in front of the radiator. Nice. Got the Red Express. The Red Express drives and turns beautifully. Finally, that's awesome. Very good. What size tires on the back of the Charger now? They look so much better. It's a 275 60 15. The 295 would have been great if it was an inch inward. I didn't mind the steamroller thing with all that sidewall. It was kind of cool, but I prefer the 275. If the 295 had been fit properly, it would have been fine. Yeah. Lovejoy, I deal with this question all the time. So that Coronet video I put out today, excuse me. I would have preferred to finish the transmission, fix the whole thing, have the whole deal. This is what happened. This is the whole story, and put it out as one video. That's the way I like to operate. But here's the thing. I have been doing so many videos that way where I try to get the whole job in the video that I'm not getting videos out. So like the 73 Charger in my shop, I went to film an update on that. And then I set the goal as if I fire up the 440 in the car, that'll be a great stopping point. And now that's taken me 3 weeks. So that sucks. The Dart Sport, I'm pulling the drivetrain out right now, and then we're doing the swap. I want to do at least pull the drivetrain, but that alone is like, that's a long video. So yeah, I don't know. It's such a tough call. I'm trying to get videos out more frequently. I'm trying to start that again, because for the last few weeks I really haven't. And so that's the calculation I'm making. Yeah, maybe just do them in shorter chunks and get them out there. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Oh, same with that convertible Dart, because I wanted to have the interior done. I wanted to have it actually on the road, and it's not there yet, but just kind of have to get the video out. Find a good stopping point, get the video out. So yeah, it's your call. Bunch more people just hopped in. Oh, Uncle Tony trolls. Nice. And Saucel says, hey there, Uncle Tony Troll here. Tony tricked me into liking you. Nice. Oh, Tony just shut down. I'll be down. He must have had something better to do. Thanks for dropping in, everybody. What is up? Yes, happy birthday, Dead Dodge Garage Mom. She's still over at my brother's house, so I don't think she'll be in the comments, but yeah. Rich Jordan says, my Challenger came with appliance steel spokes. Yeah, I kind of like those, actually. Oh, Johnny Jess knows where to get some 1/18 scale Kragers. All right, cool. I might be needing those. I have some of those appliance wheels in a small bolt, actually, and I think they're kind of cool. And Mercury Cougar wheels. I don't like the Krager Unilug, but do want to end up with the same look. Yeah, I didn't want the Unilug. Funny enough, I've had another set of 15-inch Unilug Kragers sitting here the whole time. but they're a little pitted, and it's like they're just not nice enough for that car. I'll put them on something, but they're not nice enough for my Charger. So yeah, I wanted to put them on there and just see, make sure I like the look, but instead I just bought a good set. Don't you hate it when they foose them cars? Yeah, the Torque Thrust 2, that modern 5-spoke, is okay, and that's what was on the car. I didn't mind it too much. The rear ones were like 11 or 11 and a half wide, like just huge dish. It's kind of cool, but it's not really my thing. But especially when you start getting into the 17s and stuff, I'm just not into that at all. I'm all about the classic wheels, day 2 wheels, or even factory wheels, just depending. Aluminum slots. Slots are my favorite wheel of all time. But I mocked some up. I had some 10-inch. Actually, I guess they were only 8-inch wide, just with a super... not much back spacing, so they were super dished. I put them on it and stepped back and went, it would have to be like mirror polished, I think, for Craigers to look good on that car. It just needs the shiny chrome. Like, I liked that. I liked what those wheels did to the look of the car. They just, the Torque Thrust 2, they just aren't the right style, and they're stupid and big anyway. So, yeah, I love slot mags. I'm all in on slots. I put them on the Barracuda. I put them on all kinds of stuff. But, yeah, the other one I could have done is a center line. But I'm really happy with the Craigers. Howdy, Andrew Button, Chris Deisner, Cypher F. Made my night better. Well, welcome to it. Howdy, Chris Freemaster, Cave Dave, whole bunch of people hopping in. What's up, everybody? April Fool's show for 30K subs. I will be on a vacation because my anniversary is April Fool's Day. So there probably won't be a show, no. Nice. Oh, Tony's cutting back his live streams to 60 and 90 minutes. Good for him. That man has live streamed so much. Yeah. I've been trying to keep my Sundays to 2 hours. I used to go over all the time, but we've settled into a kind of good groove. It seems to work out pretty well. So, yeah. Yeah. Mr. MSM, this is Mark that owns that car. That's a typo, but I assume it was. I thought I should show up to defend myself if needed. Yeah. You guys saw the video. I like the car. I give you my honest thoughts on things, and it is what it is. And with these projects, I show you exactly how they go. That's an awesome car. It just has a few little things, that probably should have been done differently, which we agree on, and some weird stuff going on. So, yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it. But yeah, I think it's a really cool car. The viewers agree. That is my #1 video in the last a while. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Actually, Mark, I mentioned this in today's video as well, but he also is where the Dodge Hemi came from. And funny enough, he's bringing home another one for me now. So hilarious. Yeah, really helping out with the content. So thanks again. But yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it. I'm hoping to get the transmission out tomorrow. And I think the fuel leak is simple. That's the good news. It's just totally brimmed with gas. Rich Jordan says, I don't want any wheels larger than 16s on my car. Probably going to stay with 15s. Doesn't look right when the sidewall is too thin. I totally agree. It's exactly how I feel. I just love the classic style wheels. Those Torque Thrust 2s that I had were 15s. It's just the rears had that huge dish. They were super wide. So, yeah. Anyway. Nick Black sent me $4.99. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Nick said, thanks, Jamie, for all your help restoring my 73 Roadrunner. I refer to your videos sometimes to get things figured out. Awesome. Happy to help. That is cool. I like that blacked out hood. Very cool. Yeah. That's been my hope with this whole thing, is that I'll get these videos out and people like you can refer to them for years to come. I'm trying to get useful info up in videos. Yeah. There are a lot of these cars left, and keeping them running, it's kind of my whole thing. So thanks for being here. Oh, yeah, awesome. I was just going to comment about this, but I think I got sidetracked. Or maybe I said it. I don't know. Brad's Restoration says, I love the true life process, including all the problems, because things never go as planned. Yeah. And again, that's another huge thing I want to like really just hammer home with this channel and my videos and the projects that I do. Like, very often they don't go the way you think they're going to, and problems arise. It's like, and I've said this before too, the moment you learn something really, really well, and you think you know it, and you think you know going in exactly what you're going to find, curveball, new problem, or you master one problem, now you get a new exciting problem you've never heard of. And that's great. That's learning. But yeah, again, I don't want that, reality TV, we fix the car in 20 minutes and everything's perfect, or we're going to lose the shop, whatever, I want actual true to life. It's kind of what I'm about. And remember, Dust Devil Garage. And remember, you can fit 31 by 16 5 slicks on anything if you want it bad enough. Yes, you can. David Bisnet asks, how is your brother's Fury coming along? He is probably by now back over at the shop he works on. Well, he's probably not welding yet. He's putting the new floor in it. The old one and all the crappy patches came out Friday night. Yesterday was spent trimming, making patch panels that the new floor doesn't cover, mocking up the new floor, getting it ready to go. And today he was finalizing that. The floor, he's drilling holes because he does the plug weld technique. So he's got it clecoed in place, and then he's putting in the other patches around it. So far, he's cut too short in 2 different places, so that's great. But yeah, and he did some other little restoration things on it. I think I talked about that last week. So he's working on a video. He says it's going to be a long one, but it's going to be floor replacement in an early B body, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Troy Snodgrass is here and says, my very first car was a 66 Chrysler 300 with a 383 4-barrel. It was a battleship. Nice. It would be awesome to have a Murphy sound effect for when it shows up. Murphy's Law, when everything goes wrong. Please give the like button a tap if you don't mind. It's free to you, and it helps the channel grow. It at least helps the lives get attention, which is great. Super awesome. Put 32-inch rims on there. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I got lost. Hold on. Chris says, hey, Jamie, I bought a 73 Coronet with a 318 in it. It's been sitting for 25 years. Nice. Sounds like the kind of crap I'd get my hands on. I took the fuel tank out, and it was crap. Yeah, it's normal. Took the fuel sender out. It was rusted off. Do you know where to get one? Yeah, they make reproduction ones. 73 Charger, at least there are tanks available. Coronet, I don't know if the sedan tank is the same or not. In earlier years they are, but I don't know. Very much looking forward to that, Downey. Nice. But yeah, they should be available online. I can't guarantee that they fit perfectly or read correctly, but they should be out there. Yeah. Andrew Button says, we had some aluminum slots on our A12 Plymouth. Nice. Back in the day. We had Astromags on there before. They had slots, but the chrome peeled off. Will C says, I'll never be able to stray from the A-bodies. I have way too many different kinds of small bolt pattern wheels. Yeah, this last summer, that was my brain farting. That's the sound it makes. You can't hear it, but I hear it all the time. Last summer, I started cornering the market on small bolt pattern wheels because I wanted to get a set of Kragers that matched the Demon for my Barracuda. I ended up with a set of those steel appliance slots, a set of factory steel wheels for the front, and custom built 15 by 7s, I think. My coworker Evan gave me for the rear, so that's kind of cool. Small bolt 15s, those don't exist. And then I got the center lines, and the center lines are awesome. And those are what I'm running on that car now. Well, 2 of them anyway. But yeah, I love small bolt wheels. They're so cool. They're hard to come by. When they pop up, I go grab them. Oh, and I got small bolt slots as well, but I ended up putting them on the 67 Fastback. Yeah, some of mine are big bolt though, so that's a problem. I really, really like the small bolt. I'm all in on that. KJ Keeley wants to know, Jamie, ever think about putting factory stripes on your Demon? It would pop. No. And the reason no, okay, yes, I've thought about it. I guess no is inaccurate. The thing is, my car was ordered special, 340 Demon 340 package, stripe delete. He deleted the stripe off there. He didn't want it, and I have to respect that. I love the plain Jane look. Now, here's the thing. This is exactly my car, exactly my color with exactly that stripe. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I do like it. It's cool. If my car had it, that would be great. And the funny thing is, usually I'm all in on putting the stripes on cars that don't even deserve them. Like my Charger has a stripe, and I'm fine with that. But the original paint Demon that was ordered without the stripe, I don't know. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. But I did think about it. And the reason I thought about it very recently, in fact, is because I got the scoops. And now that I have the scoops, do I put the scoops on the car? And if I put the scoops on the car, then the factory blackout hood treatment would be kind of awesome. But it would be kind of out of place without the stripe. So I don't know what to do. I'm still trying to decide. I set the scoops on the hood and decided I didn't really like it. But I also got a second hood, so I'm probably going to put them on that. Will C says, don't put scoop stripes or wing on the Demon. It already has the wing. See, that's the thing. He's already added the wing. He thought it was going to come with the scoops and the wing factory, and it didn't. And it was this whole thing at the time when he bought it. He added the wing already, and he would have added the scoops, but the scoops he got were made in China, and he wasn't going to do that. So he sent them back. If they had been American made like he was told they were, there would have been holes in the hood of that car in 2007. And I'd be fine with that because the original owner would have done it. But now it's kind of like, so I got an entire second hood. And what I'm going to do is put the scoops on the hood. I can't decide if I'm going to paint the hood to match the car or if I'm just going to do it flat black, because if I don't like it, I'll just put it on another car later. But I'm going to do up a whole second hood that way and put that on, I think, and see how I like it. But yeah, I just set the scoops on it and step back. And I don't know, because again, without the stripe, doesn't really look like that kind of car, you know? Tough call. Was that a long enough answer? I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, the Toolbox Charger video is coming. It should be this week, but we'll see. Dave is here and says, enjoyed the Cornet 500 video. Been there, done that. Yep. I know. Wheels are such a big deal. My friend Josh has made that abundantly clear to me. And I'd never paid that much attention before I had cars that were actually nice. And now that I do, suddenly I see wheels everywhere. Full Garage wants to know, have you ever converted a console-mounted factory tack for use with an aftermarket electronic ignition? No, I haven't, but there are modules out there to do it. There are companies that will do it for you. I would just send it to one of them. You can even get them. You can even buy them set up to do that already. They're expensive, but yeah. I haven't. I have used the MSD tack drive module to make a factory dash tachometer work, and I think it actually worked, but I can't remember. That's another option. Oh yeah, Stacy got a Magnum and an overdrive automatic today, which is awesome. Sometime in the near future, he can drop that in his Cornet wagon. Yeah, that'll be a bit, and then he'll cruise it down here. Sounds good. Robert Fitch wants to know, when are you doing the turbo job on the 63 Valiant? Imagine you and that, Tom in the 64 convertible, and me in the 65 postcard meeting up. Oh, maybe in Centralia this summer? Oh, dude, that'd be awesome. I honestly and unfortunately do not know when I'm next going to work on the turbo project. I'm going to bring that car home as soon as I have space for it, because that is a problem right now. And I have most of the components. I still need to make a manifold. I was thinking I would probably start with the EFI setup first, because I have all the stuff ready for that. But then I realized, you're already taking the manifolds off together, so you might as well put them both on at the same time. I don't know. I got to get my act together, but I've got this Dart Sport build going. I've got the Toolbox Charger build going. All these other things that keep happening. I'm still doing Jeep frame repairs, which I don't even want to think about. I would really like to start working on the garbage can, because it would be so cool if I could race that this year. And I'm getting most of the stuff together for the 273, so I'm hoping to start on that soon. So I don't know when the turbo car is going to happen, and I am not going to bank on driving it to Centralia this summer, but I'd really like to. Hey, it would be cool just getting that car on the road as it is for now. Start working the kinks out of the car so it's ready for the turbo. I could be amenable to that. What are the chances the torque converter split or something dumb? The chances are more than zero. We're going to find out when I get in there. I have concerns. It's probably the front pump bushing that wiped out the seal, and only because I've heard of that happening twice now. But we will see. We will see. Donnie says, this flex plate looks like a poorly drawn Pac-Man. Then it's the right one, probably, as long as it says it's for Magnum. Nice. Howdy, Larry Pollard. He's in Battle Creek, Michigan. Used to own a 71 Duster with a slant. Bought it new in 71. Very cool. Andrew Button, I totally agree. Rubber band tires and shiny big rims just destroy the look of a Mopar. Yeah, it's not my thing. Not my thing at all. To each his own, and it's if it's their car, I don't care what they put on there. But yeah. Nice. We'll see. The good news is the guy who wanted to sell the Valiant 2 before you asked about it, who backed out, now wants to buy it again. So if you take the Barracuda home, I think it's all going to be fine. Yeah. Nice. Yes. Wheels are essential. Essential. Super, super important. Uh-huh. 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 There a lot of comments came in all at once, so I apologize for now being behind. It's not my fault. Nice. Howdy, Functional Histories. What is up? I showed your handiwork and gave you a shout out in my Charger video that's coming this week. It was supposed to be a quick, easy, in and out video where I put wheels on the car. And it took me 2 hours. And it's a 25-minute video. Anyway, you're also teaching those of us that aren't very adept with cars to begin with. Well, yeah, that's, I'm showing my approach as best as I can. I'm showing how I do this. And I hope it helps people. I know it does. So, yeah. Uh-huh. Working on a 65 C20 as I listen in. Nice. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Timing. I want to say I said that. Cornet's running much better. It was timing causing that low throttle stumbling. Nice. Glad you got it. It's always timing. BCC Fotech says, glad I rolled back when I was late. Dire Straits. Sounds great. Thank you. You're the only one who said what that was, so good catch. Mexican Spec, what is up? Howdy, Ray. I've been watching every video. I think I want a Mopar. There, I said it. Well, I'm sorry, Ray. But thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Black Steelies and Dog Dishes. And I'm all there with you, brother. I love those two. I really do. Dale Magners, I enjoy all the information you dish out. I'm absorbing it all. Sweet. Glad to help. That is a bird playing that's called an Explorer, right? Or is that, well, Explorer looking thing. Maybe it's actually like a Jackson or whatever. Anyway, it's fine. Explorer shape, though. Howdy, Michael Adamo. What is up? Air shocks and shackles. Dude, my 73 Challenger had those 8.5 wide slots I was talking about that stuck out 2 inches past the quarter panels. 60 series tires or whatever. The old timers say. It had shackles, chrome slapper bars, air shocks, and shock extensions. And it also had side dumps. It was amazing. Anyway. Nice. Glenn Uromi says, I finally ordered my DDG t-shirt this week. Looking forward to representing here in Colorado. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Nice. Yeah, one thing after another going wrong. That is just the nature of the beast. And again, I hope if people take away nothing else, they get that. Nice. Mexican Spec. Are you saying your brother isn't going to drive cross country with holes in the floor? I thought for sure he would. He has done it before. A good few times. But yeah. He's actually fixing the floor. It's crazy. I know. Driveway to hell. That is a really good, it's a good handle. Ray just got done jamming out. Hope the cops don't come. My new 212, I finally got a 212 for my basement. It's there. That's an original 1965 Bandmaster 212 cab, and it's got Jensen squarebacks in it, and it sounds amazing. But I don't know what ohm it's wired at. At 1 on the basement, it's like shaking the room. That's 1 out of 10. Crazy. Anyway, sounds real good. The cops didn't show up last night. That's the good news. Bill Johnson says tank sender is the same as charger. Okay, I thought it probably was, but I just don't know that to be true on those later sedans. So cool. So if that is the case, they are available. We just got an EFI tank for one, actually. And I saw someone ask what the best manufacturer is. I don't know. Ask Tom. I'd just buy whatever's cheap. KG Keeley said something about Organosol. Yes. No, you're right. Yeah, it should be Organosol. I should do the hood Organosol if I do that. Definitely the scoops. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where am I? John T01. Hi, Jamie. Hi, John. How's it going? If the tires rub, the solution is to go full gasser style and cut the fenders. I do that on the front of my drag car, but I'm not going to cut the fenders on my Charger. Nice. Andrew Button says, I have a 54 Olds that was parked in 1967. Wow. Do you think the tranny seals would be shot? Runs, but no brakes. I don't know. You're going to find out, though. I mean, probably all of the rubber pieces are dry rotted and horrible. But who knows? I mean, a lot can depend on the climate, how it was stored, and that kind of thing. Nice. Bill Johnson just replaced the tank in his 71 Cornet with a Charger tank. Okay, cool. That's good to know. I did not know that. Tony Stanley, can a person replace a 22-inch radiator with the 26, the bigger one, heavy duty and AC radiator, without cutting out my car? Has a 446 pack, 440, and overheats with the Champion Rad and 16 electric fan. I assume you don't have 16 electric fans. There's something wrong with your engine, with your tune, something. It shouldn't be overheating. Make sure your fan is actually set up the right way, and also maybe throw it away and get a clutch fan that actually works. If your electric fan, 16-inch, 16-inch electric fan. Okay, so here's the other thing. If you just have one 16-inch fan, like zip strip to it, it's not going to work. You have to have a fitted shroud, and it has to have room to pull air through it. Yeah, or if you have it set up as a pusher, it can work as an auxiliary fan, but it doesn't really work as a primary fan. Make sure it's pulling air the right way. Your fan is probably the problem. I have fixed that before. A 22-inch Champion radiator should be perfectly sufficient for that, unless you're in a really hot climate. The 26, so my Charger had a 26 in place of a 22. It fits, but here's the thing. That extra space is obscured by the radiator support, so it does nothing for you. You don't get airflow over that extra area. And the Champion you've got is probably a 3-core anyway, so it should be a really good piece. Another thing that there are other things that can lead to high engine temperature too. Lean fuel mixtures and late ignition timing, for example. So there are a lot of things to think about there, but I would be looking at your fan setup. That's going to be most likely the problem. Jamie with a soundboard sounds dangerous. So was it Avon that said most streamers have a soundboard, but I just have to make my sound effects in real life? Nice. 73 tank. Okay, so here's the thing. 71 Charger tank that's available has the 4 evap lines. They're on the side. It's actually not a bulge. They're in an indent part. The 73 tank has the 4 lines on the back, but all the ones you can get have the 4 lines. So yeah, you don't need them. Just cap them. Just cap them. I don't necessarily understand the question, Griffin. I was just watching your new video. Awesome. Thank you. But I have a question. Sorry if I sound dumb. What is that thing that wraps around the air cleaner on your duster? I don't have a duster. I have a Demon. What wraps around the air cleaner? I don't think anything wraps around the air cleaner. I have a Mopar Performance air cleaner, finned aluminum top, a drop base, and just regular. Well, it might be like a K&N style reusable filter in that one. I'm not sure. And it does have metal mesh around it. Maybe that's what you're referring to. That's just a type of filter you can buy for one of those open, unsilenced air cleaners. Ray says, I've been getting nothing but bad parts brand new. Anyone else? Many times. Many times. 191 of you out there, thank you very much for joining. I think that's a record, and I'm guessing it's because Tony quit early. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. If you haven't hit like on the live stream video thingy, please do that if you don't mind, because it does stuff for the thing with the deal. That would be great. And if you have any questions, let me know. Griffin Lloyd has one. What is the difference between a wedge and a non-wedge? Well, if we're talking Mopar engines, there are 3 types of cylinder head that were used in the classic era. The first actually was the Hemi, actually called the dual rocker engine, and that had opposed valves. Then came the Poly, or single rocker engine. It had canted valves, so they were here. The wedge head puts the valves right in a line, so all of the valves are directly in a line. That's a wedge head. Now, all Chrysler engines have been wedges, except for the all Chrysler V8s, I should say, were wedges, except for Hemis, from the inception of the B engine until the new Hemi, basically. Wedge is just super common. Good design, not the bestest, but a good design, and cheap to build. So there you go. Jonathan Jesh says, when I fix, it's usually trial and error, mostly error. Nice. Big Bad Jones says, glad to see more folks giving four-door Coronets love. We get no respect. Yeah, I've talked about this. We had a four-door Satellite. That's what we drove to Reno to get married in. Loved that car. Great car. 72 Satellite sedan. My friend Jordan has it in Utah now. And almost the same as your Coronet, of course. Just the Coronet has the wraparound bumper, some different details. But very, very similar. And yeah, man, I'll never forget this because we were in Reno. We went to Reno to get married. We got married on April Fool's Day, 2017. And we had our almost 1-year daughter with us. That was super fun. And we road trip down in that car to do it. You know, we're taking friends and family. So we're in our nice family cruiser. Also, my Challenger wasn't ready for the big time. And my Charger was in pieces. So we took this Satellite down. And I was at a gas station filling up the tank. And this guy walked up and said, I bet you wish that was a 2-door. And I just I don't know what I said to him. I didn't say, I have a Charger and a Challenger at home. I'm good. But I should have. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Gary Hergert would like a set of small bolt mags for the Green Bean Valiant. Yeah, if anyone's got a set in, the Pacific Northwest, small bolt mag wheels, Gary Hergert will buy them off you. Yeah, that'd be good. That would be good, but you can't have mine. Well, they're my brothers now. But you know how brothers work. Will C says, don't put scoop stripes or wing on the Demon. Everyone does. And I agree. And I don't want to make it something it's not. And the thing that's so special about the car is that it's original paint, stripe delete. That car was ordered to do one thing, and it wasn't to be ostentatious. But I've always wanted the scoops. I wanted the scoops and spoiler on a Swinger, not a Demon, but we're pretty close. Nice. Functional History says, since you held up that 124 scale, now I'm concerned I don't have the correct color. It is GB5. GB5. And I don't know if it looks right on this. I don't know if it looks right on the picture. Because it looks lighter than that in person, but this looks a little more pale on the camera. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see if this does anything. Okay, that spot that the light's hitting, that's pretty close to what it actually looks like in real life. There, that's really good. Yeah, that's actually what it looks like. The camera just does weird stuff with the color. Yeah. Hopefully you got it. Leave the Demon the way it is. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. First off, you guys know me. You've seen my videos. But I have a spare hood. So, yeah. Scoops, yes. Black. Oh, scoops, yes. Hood black, yes. No stripes, they look goofy. Yeah, again, I won't. But I did think about it. The question was, have you thought about it? Yes, I did. Briefly. Very briefly. But yeah, that's what's so special about my car. Like, there aren't any more like that. So, yeah. The thing with the scoop, Will C has 3 hoods for that reason. Nice. The thing with the scoops is Dale always wanted them on the car, and he almost drilled the holes and put them on his car already. So to me, it's kind of like this gray area. Like, the original owner was gonna do this, but yeah, I don't think, especially after I set them on the hood and decided I didn't like it because it was too ostentatious and brawny looking. I'm not going to drill holes in the original hood, but I already was planning on not doing that. That's why I got a second hood. Bell James wants to know, any great ideas on filling the 5/8-inch emissions hole in the back of the right exhaust manifold? Soft plug lasted about 5,000 miles. Don't want to remove the manifold. Is the bolt broken off in the hole? Because there is a bolt, and I've just used little block-off plates, made to that shape. The gasket comes in the headset. It's just a bolt hole and a round hole, and just make a plate that shape and bolt it on there. Beyond that, I don't know. Quick steel? A bunch of JB weld. I mean, yeah, without pulling it off, it will be tough. Andrew Button says 71 Demons look great no matter what's done to them. I totally agree. Wheels are as important as shoes. They make 70% of the look. I don't know if it's 70, but they are very, very important. I agree. Actual quote from Tom this week. Jamie won't want the Valiant convertible because it isn't white. I don't know what my thing is with the white Mopars, but I do have 4, and I'm buying another. So, is that right? Yeah, we have 4. Yeah, plus Collins would be 5, and then plus the 63 would be 6. It's not because it's white. It's just because it's, I don't know. Ray, I am not going to see the Great Eclipse. At least I don't think so. Oh, Cody Hollinger, I have the hood blackout on my car. Most people who don't know think it's primer and ask why I don't paint it. It's just like all that. Oh, your car is going to look so good when it's done. We'll see. You still have time to change your mind. I'm just saying. Turn your cap backwards and foose it up. I have to say, I don't like anything Chip Foose has ever done. But I did watch a video of him and Jay Leno recently talking about the Prowler, because I didn't know this, but he designed the Prowler. And he's a cool dude. Really interesting guy. But having said that, I owned a set of Foose wheels once, and I don't own them anymore. No Beret dropped in. Great videos today, Jamie and Tom. Thank you for your courage. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. 190 live viewers now. Thank you for being here. I think the 194 I saw a second ago was a record, but I could be wrong. 200 would be great, but I'm not holding my breath. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. Monumental. Trophy night. Dale Magners, when are we going to see more on the Barracuda? Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. We may have another video on it in the next few weeks, but I'm not sure. Sorry, I jumped to the bottom of the comments. Dada LeBreton. So is this the next best thing? The new next best thing is a podcast coming. I've done a podcast, one episode of Mopar History Podcast, and I'd like to do more of that. I've always been interested in doing podcast type stuff. I'm surrounded by like professional mics and recording equipment, and it's completely within my grasp to produce like quality audio right here in the shop. But I don't know when I'll do more. I don't know. Howdy, Half Fast Garage. How's it going? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing all right. How are you? Always blame the parts. Yeah. Nice. Are the tires on the 68 same-ish height as the old? They might be a little. Yeah, I think they're very similar. Very similar. Howdy, Dave. What's up, Purple Duck? Booze, burnouts, and weed. You can keep the weed. It gives me headaches. So, yeah. Mexican Spec says, Jamie, my transport company has a ship that goes to Tacoma every 2 months. So when you want to buy a Mexican Spec car, I can get it to you. Awesome. I will keep that in mind. Organisol is indeed misunderstood by the general public. Yeah, air shocks are bad. If anyone doesn't know that, air shocks are a mistake. Which is part of why in the upcoming Charger video, I was very excited to let the air shocks down. Yep. LDM DID JD is back and says, probably answered this before, but what's your go-to auto parts store? I've been going to O'Reilly because almost everything of theirs is lifetime warranty. Curious about your experiences. I worked at O'Reilly for about 5 years, so they were my go-to for a really long time. They had a commercial guy when we were running a business, our old shop. He was really good at his job, but he was also a complete dick. So he had our business for a long time and then just gradually realized, I don't think he wants to talk to us, and that's fine. So we started dealing with the local guys at Cut Rate Auto Parts, and I like them, so I go there. I still use O'Reilly a lot because they always have, they often have things that the local guys don't. Monumental moment. You can't see it, but the viewer number right here says 200. So thank you, everyone. That's a record, and very excited. I appreciate your efforts in being here with me. Yeah. Oh, and O'Reilly, yes, they do guarantee tons and tons of stuff for life, and that's great. And generally, it's kind of no questions asked. Kinda. When I worked there, I warranted so many things. I gave so many customer service-based discounts and all that kind of thing. It's cool because they give you the latitude to do that when you work there. They make enough money, and they want you to take care of customers and keep them coming back. So, oh, nice. Mark with the Cornet got a screenshot of the big 200 number. Thanks, Mark. Very cool. Awesome. Oh, Dale Magners is celebrating his birthday with us. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for being here. It's my mother's birthday as well. Snoopy boobs. Booby snoobs. Nice. All Classics has an hour and 20 minutes of footage to whittle down. That was me last week. Yeah, that was me on that dart. Actually, no, it was like 2 hours. Luckily, the ones this week were 20 minutes and 30 minutes. That wasn't so bad. End of Time asking me about Ford products. I don't know why you would do that. That is a Ford, right? Or is that a Lincoln? What's a Zephyr? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, Mercury. Yeah, I was right the first time. Don't second guess yourself. Just be right. Be wrong with confidence. Should I get a 6-point cage or subframe connectors? I don't know. I don't. What do I know about? I assume that's a Fox body. Yes. Connectors are probably going to firm it up a lot. Cage is great, tying things together, but I don't know. Do subframe connectors. Do subframes either way. There you go. Start with that. A B-body podcast. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to do. A lot. I have a video. It's on the Granada platform. Is Granada not a Fox body? And why do you know that, Donnie? I have done a video on this. Swapping 318 for 360 in a 79 step side with 727. Weird. I know you probably covered this in that video, but will I need a 360 torque converter or will the 318 work? You can use the 318 neutral balance converter if you get the 360 weighted flex plate. They're SFI rated. They're available online. They're more expensive than they used to be, but they're not too bad. Or change the converter or weld a weight on it. But buying the balanced plate is kind of the way to go. So easy. Oh, interesting. I didn't know they ever did that. I have an 87 D150 slant 6 with the 833 OD. That is the last year for the slant and the first year for a hydraulic clutch. What bell do I need to swap in a small block? Probably the one used. Oh, well, I got to think about that because that's going to be a 10-inch clutch probably. And the Magnum truck, yeah, right, wouldn't fit 833. that might be an 87. No, they probably wouldn't have it behind a small block at all, because behind a small block, I don't know if they had 318s with that transmission configuration in 87. I bet they did, and that would be the bell you need. I don't know if it would be used in other things. I don't know anything about those early that first hydraulic setup. No idea. That may be a rare bird you're looking for. I mean, there are other things you could do. You could get a regular small block bell to bolt the overdrive bell to bolt the 833 onto, and then use one of those hydraulic conversion cylinders, and probably need a different line or an adapter or something like that. But that could work. Those things are kind of expensive though, which sucks. Nice. Now, wow. Old Stuff Rules has me on his computer to be able to comment and watch on TV, as it's big. I like you on both. Wow. All right. Thanks. So many likes. That's awesome. Mountain Hours Rolls Canardly is a 4-door. Nice. Nice. Will C wants to know, did the A233 speed have different ratios? I don't actually know that. I heard that there are a couple versions. A-body and truck are different. I heard, but I don't know. I can't confirm that. Yeah, I'm on board with the 4-doors. I like wagons too. Ah, gotcha. Donnie knows way too much about Fords. Mopar B-bodies are awesome, 2 or 4 doors. I couldn't agree more. I really couldn't. I just love the way they drive. Hey, 5 doors are good too. We've got one of those, and it's a great car. Really like that thing. Oh, nice. Mexican Spec bought a Demon at an impound sale in Vegas in the 90s. I was disappointed it had a slant 6 under the hood. It is disappointing, but it's still a Demon. Nice. Oh, Brian Seeley, yes. Sent me $5 and said that's what I thought. Thank you. Yes, as far as I know, because it's got to be a 10-inch clutch behind the slant. I really don't think. Yeah, an 833. So those are all going to be 10-inch, I think. Kathleen says, in traffic, lengthy, like 20 minutes or more slow moving. Yep. Sometimes may not be coolant or fan issues, just needs flowing air. Well, that is what the fan is supposed to do. I mean, the fan, when you're going down the road, your cooling fan really isn't doing that much. The moving air flying at the radiator is doing almost all of the work. You could go down the highway without a fan. We had our Satellite when we got it, the fan was on backwards, which is bad. It would go down the road, no problem without overheating, but sitting at a stoplight, it would start to creep up. And I've been in other cars that would do that. And usually it's with a stupid electric fan where you're sitting at a stop. That's when it starts, the temperature starts creeping up and up. And that electric fan, as big as it is, it's just not an ideal situation. It's not pulling across the whole radiator. It's not moving enough air. It doesn't work as well as you think, especially when they're accidentally wired or configured backwards. That's a problem. So yeah. But sitting still, you don't have the airflow. So the fan is there to move air. I mean, yeah, there's hot exhaust in front of you. Sure. And again, as I was saying, hot ambient temperatures, that can help, or that can contribute as well. But yeah, either a better fitted dual electric fan setup, because that's what all the cool kids are doing these days, a clutch fan that is spaced properly and actually works. Excuse me. And you should have something. And a shroud. Big Bad Jones says, do I need a fan shroud with a mechanical fan? Well, it depends again on where you're at. I don't run them here usually, and I don't usually have problems. But if you're in Arizona, you probably want a fan shroud. And you want your fan, you want to make sure your fan is actually close enough to the radiator. If it's like 8 inches away, that's going to be a problem. It should be like just inside your shroud. There's a lot to think about there. Dada LeBreton says 70 mile an hour is the ideal speed without a fan. You don't have to go 70, but yeah, you get all kinds of air moving at that. There you go. Granada's not a Fox body. Yeah, I just got informed on that. Well, I don't even want to know these things. Snoopy Boobs. Yes, I was the rare guy at O'Reilly that knew shit, and a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but a few people were upset when I left. I learned a lot of what I know at O'Reilly, and it's really funny because they do these rudimentary training classes that you take just so you could be good at selling parts. It's just how to basic automotive systems, AC basics, O2 sensor basics, fuel injection system basics, OBD2, like just all that different stuff. And I just paid attention and passed all the tests. And it's kind of like, and then I got an ASE book, and a lot of what they're teaching and testing you on is like ASE prep stuff. So it's pretty cool. I never got certified, but I could have really easily. But yeah, I was the guy at O'Reilly that knew things, and I was also the guy at O'Reilly that could help like 5 people at once. And I was for the last year, I think I was an assistant manager, and I was routinely, I think, number 3 in sales in the store. You are not supposed to be number 3 in sales in the store as an assistant manager. You're supposed to teach other people to do that, but never worked out. Scorpius, my 70 dart with a 225 slant. I just got it. It does not get power to the ignition coil. I'm so lost. Okay, watch my ballast resistor video. Watch my classic Mopar ignition systems video. And one of those should tell you how to do the test that you need to do. Yeah. Yeah, you could also email me if you want, deaddodgegarage@gmail.com. Yeah, Tony, as far as where to get the fan and clutch together, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Fair price is going to be a big ask. I almost said classic, but yeah, it won't be cheap. Half-Ass Garage says Foose is better than Boyd. Yeah, all right. I'll give you that one. Nice. Ignition, yeah, as far as not getting power to your coil, there are a lot of things that could be at play there. Ignition switch, firewall connector, ballast resistor. If it's just when key on, you should have power when cranking, though. That's most of them. The ignition switch connector under the dash. That's another spot. And often you'll look at the blue wire under there, which is your ignition output wire, and it'll be all burned and horrible. So that happens sometimes. Oh, you don't have a key? How could you be getting power to the coil without a key? Uh-huh. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy to waste your time at high school. Ben Barber says, hey, Jamie, keep up the good work, man. I watch your videos when I'm bored at high school. Just bought my first Mopar, a 66 Charger. Oh, awesome. Great place to start, Ben. I love those cars. As you've probably heard this evening, among my viewers, especially, as you can see, there is lots and lots of love for the B-body, the Mopar B-body here. And I think the 66 Charger is one of the best. I guess I prefer the 68. It's just, I really, really like those cars. But the 66.7 is just so cool. And the 66, especially with the full length console, awesome. You couldn't have picked a better first car, or first Mopar anyway. Yes, the new Kragers do look stunning. Oh, Banana installed some slot mags on his Charger yesterday. Nice. Slot mags are the other bestest. You seem taller in the saddle today. Yeah, I put the chair up and then I put it down, but I guess I didn't put it down enough. I feel really short. Maybe I just have the camera pointed wrong. All right, well, I'm shorter now. You get a taller chair or been taking vitamins? I was playing with this at the beginning of the show. Play some Zeppelin, man. That's hard to do. on that. Yeah, O'Reilly offers easy to get commercial accounts. Yep, I've had one for years. And they offer a really good employee discount too. But they're kind of serious about what you spend it on. If we get 225 viewers, we can have a leading tower of power. Well, that's upsetting, Hans Sossel, but I'm really happy to help. See, now, aren't you glad you made it here? Happy 200, let's have a shot. I forgot about the fancy cider. Nice. Oh, LDM DID also works at an O'Reilly down there in Tennessee. Our commercial lady Kim is awesome. Cool. Yeah, Dave, who was second in command for the last probably year, the other guy was there. He's the commercial guy now, and he's good. He's good, and he's not a huge dick. So, and funny enough, we've known him for a really long time. He kind of used to help out at our old shop, and then he towed for us for years. So yeah. I like the local guys. They're kind of goofy, but the thing is, if they have it in stock, even with, because I've got commercial accounts everywhere, and if they have it, it's going to be cheaper than O'Reilly. I mean, seriously, they sell the same, a hub assembly, the Master Pro hub assembly that O'Reilly has, even with my discount, I'd say the average is like $80, $90, $70, $90. And it's like $30, $40 cheaper a cut rate. And I know it's the same part because it has the same type of markings and the same slip of paper in the box. So if I'm getting cheap junk anyway, why don't I get it cheap? Oh, well, we price match. Great. So now you're asking me to do your job for you. Got it. I have to price around, and I don't have time for that. So I just buy it from the place that's cheaper. And it's a local business. So, yeah. O'Reilly's my second. Banana had a 66 Charger in the 90s. The headlights were a nightmare to work on, but it was a beaut. I've kind of semi-mastered the headlights on those. Empowering employees is good. I agree. Again, that was one cool thing at O'Reilly. They gave you latitude to take care of people, and I really appreciate that. I have to say, I've heard other people that work there now that I don't, and I don't have anything to say about it. I've been in there and just heard people say things like, oh, sorry, I can't do that, or we don't do that, or we can't do that. And it's like, yeah, you can. Yes, you do. Yeah. Yeah. No, air shocks are for jacking your car to the moon. You know that. It's supposed to look like this, and you should have 130 PSI through them, and eventually they should be sticking through the trunk floor. B-Van podcast. I've had an idea for the Dodge B-Van. I don't know if I was going to do a video or if it's on my podcast list, but it's called No Change Necessary. Because they're like the same for 40 years. No Change Necessary, the story of the B-Van. Fox can fix it. What is up? It's been quite a while since you dropped in, but that's fine. No, apparently the Zephyr is a Granada, not Fox body Mustang platform. Yes, 360 is externally balanced. Yep, and I answered that. That's why he needs either the weighted flex plate, and I say weighted, but actually they have a scallop out of them. They look like a really badly drawn Pac-Man, apparently. Or weld a weight on the converter, or change the converter, etc., etc. The vacuum pump on the Cornet, what brand is it? No idea. It looked like the same one GMs have, but sorry, vacuum pump. Hold on, my brain farted. It kind of looked like the suspension air pumps that GM uses. Tom says, complete the collection. What is it? What is it? Oh, go get it. We have like all of the 77 Dodge trucks, but we don't have a dually, and he just found one. Oh, Donald. They are on the Fox. You're killing me. You made me look like an idiot for no reason. The Granada is Fox body. Oh, only in 81, 82. Whatever. I don't even care. I don't know what that vacuum pump is. No idea. He has a really fancy vacuum reservoir in there. Part of the goal of this with the timing project, and I never even covered this in the video because I never got to the tuning part because I was going to show vacuum testing. My goal is to get the timing to a point that it makes enough vacuum at idle that he no longer needs the vacuum pump, because no one wants that. So yeah, that's the plan. Lovejoy is disappointed his Fifth Avenue has a Carter 2-barrel, but also happy he checked before he bought a non-feedback thermoquad from me. So, what's for dinner? What are you doing 5 summers from now? Huh. Well, that would be with the MP435, not with the 833 overdrive, because they're the 23 spline, 10-inch, or 10 and a quarter, whatever it is, 10 and a half. Slant 6 has the same clutch disc as some Land Rover model. When I was looking for my MP435 specs and parts. Yeah, that would be for an MP435 truck. The 833, I don't know if they did 4-wheel drive ones, but they did D series anyway, and B vans as well, with an overdrive 833. And they're just the earlier aluminum car 833 BE body setup. But they don't have the E-body bolt pattern drill. They have the B-body shift setup on a funky bracket. But anyway, so the 435 clutch disc you're talking about is different. I don't know what the spline count on the 435 is now that I'm thinking about it. Mexican spec has AutoZone there and local places, but no O'Reilly. AutoZone around here kind of sucks. Oh, Mark says that is a Vane style pump rooster, and it will hopefully be for sale when we're done with this project. Howdy, Patrick Ramberg. Good morning. Andrew Button, I have a 77 high top B van. I can't remember. Something like that. Don't remember. There are a lot of comments. That's the problem with having 200 people. Rusty Fuel says, you scared my cat. Dad LeBreton says, that wasn't bad. Zeppelin. Yeah. I'm okay. How do I explain this? I'm a decent musician. I'm a pretty good performer. I'm a decent musician contextually. Yeah. I'm on board with wagons as long as they have plenty of fake wood grain. Our 66 Coronet does not have the tiniest amount of fake wood. It's awesome. Aw, you're sweet. You're good enough, smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. Thank you, Snoopy Boobs. I never ask for donations. I've alluded to it a few times, but I do appreciate your super chats, and I promise to only use them to buy ciders and adult candy. If that ain't country. Now, I don't know that one, but I did play David Allan Coe last week, and I screwed up the chords twice. But it was a damn fine cover, if I do say so myself. When I was drunk. Dang it. I was drunk. No, that's wrong. Why am I doing it wrong? When I was drunk. The day my mom got out of prison. And I went to pick her up in the rain. But before I could get to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a damned old train. Great song, or greatest song. Yeah. Hans also, I've played a good bit of the Doors in my day as well. Good bit. Jeff Militich, greetings from Minnesota. What did I miss? You missed a lot. You just kind of had to be there. Nice. Daniel Maynor, your video of the 6.4 Hemi Challenger got me wanting to do a swap in my 69 Charger. I just hate the position of the AC and heater lines. Well, that is because it's vintage air box, and I don't really like it either. It's a huge mess. If you have an AC car, you don't have to do that. Use your factory AC box. But if you don't, vintage air is kind of the way to go. Or skip the AC, even better. If you do use factory AC box and controls and stuff, you're going to have to do something special. You'll definitely need to use the modern compressor, special fittings, super long lines. Yeah. But anyway, it could be done differently than the way I did it. Some people hide the AC lines outside of the inner fender and cover them. So that's something you could do too. But we didn't do all that. You know, my goal with that was to make it look as factory as possible. So yeah. Lovejoy sent me $10, man. Unfortunately, I haven't had a rich estranged uncle die and leave me his fortune recently, so I've got to get to sleep so I'm not dead at work. See you next week. Drink irresponsibly and do drugs. Got it. Thank you, Lovejoy. Much appreciated. That's good stuff. AC equipped A bodies had fan shroud. My 340 car has a fan shroud. A lot of cars had a fan shroud. There was a Lincoln Zephyr, but you have to go back to the late 30s, early 40s. That's what I was thinking of, and why I was double second guessing, double thinking, second guessing. Bill Johnson's 318 with 22-inch non-AC did not have a shroud from OEM. Yeah, I don't know what the over-under is on having a shroud. I'm not sure there. Mexican Spec says there are a few Coronet wagons for sale in Mexico. They are fixer-uppers, but drive well. Nice. Old Iron, what is happening? Of course, that was 15 minutes ago. I apologize. Fan shrouds can help you keep your fingers, and that is exactly what I said to Tracy about the toolbox when we realized the fan shroud that he bought from Classic is not going to fit. Yeah. Pro tip, buy your parts guy a pizza now and then, and you'll be their favorite customer forever. We used to send pizzas over to O'Reilly all the time. All the time. Yeah. Anyway, you're not wrong, but it's not 100% win rate is what I'm trying to say. Nice. They did cut us deals all the time. It's just, you know, when someone sounds annoyed when you call them and it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I made you do your job and it sucks. Oh, and I'm not Les Schwab. I'm not your number one customer. I'm only your number 3 or maybe number 4 at worst customer. So sorry. I only spend like $12,000 to $14,000 with you every month. Ugh. Hate to talk to this friggin' guy. Did I sound bitter? I am kind of a dick. Hey, just Mopar Joe in the house. If you were an old Mopar guy, old Mopar car, what would you be? That is a tough one. Would I be I might be a Power Wagon. Kind of slow, dependable, reliable. Not necessarily good for everything, but pretty damn good for a couple things. All right, Mopar people. Did I do a good Joe impression? I hope I did. Yeah, ditto. So same here. The O'Reilly in my town always has older Mopar parts in stock. And here's why. They stock a bunch of them, but also the parts that I order again and again and again and put in stocking requests for, they have. So the gaskets I need, they have big block valve cover gaskets in stock because I've bought them so many times. They have the timing cover gasket set because I've bought it so many times. Small block headset because I bought it so many times. So yeah. But that's the thing. And again, those local guys, for the normal everyday stuff, they almost always have it and it's great. And I buy it from them. But for a lot of the Mopar stuff, I do have to go to O'Reilly. Daniel Maynard says, when Johnny No Thumbs tells you to use a fan shroud, you listen. Mm-hmm. Now, I was going to mention this too, Spitfire Mike, on that hydraulic clutch 87 Dodge truck. You could switch over. You could backdate to the mechanical linkage, but you already have hydraulic, and the mechanical linkage is a pain in the butt, and then you have to find it. So, yeah, that's why I didn't actually bring that up. I would sooner, because you're already hydraulic, I'd sooner just get the slave cylinder that fits the older bell. I think that would be straightforward. I like the mechanical linkage, and that's what I'm about. Snoopy Boob says early Cudas are bomb, and I have to agree. I really like them. Cayman Weisenbach, this is a great question. Hey, Jamie, I just put new cam bearings in my slant. How difficult should it be to turn a new cam in new bearings? I'm worried it's too tight and or misaligned. It is very common to have that happen. In fact, all of the machine shops I've known that do it use a test cam and make sure that it spins smooth. With your cam bearing installation tool, it's pretty easy to just slightly score them. That could happen, and then you could be catching on that. So it's pretty common to have to go in with a really long drill extension and a disc sander and clean that up. Or if you can reach it, hand paper. I've put sandpaper on a broom handle before. It is not at all uncommon to have a little bit of drag there. And that might be why. If your cam gets fully installed and you can't turn it by hand, that's bad. Little bit of drag, okay. If it's difficult, you probably do have little boo-boos, and you may well need to go in there and sand. I have been told that factory Chrysler bearings were honed or something at the factory because they had similar issues. They knock them in and then have to true them up somehow. And I don't know if that's true, but that's something I was told once. Old Iron wants to know, what's your preferred method of checking valves being stuck versus burned? That 86 D100 I bought a few weeks ago is a 188 slant 5 right now. The rare slant. Well, not as rare as I thought. Slant 5. I just pull the cover. It's going to be pretty easy to tell which ones are stuck because, for one thing, your push rods for those will be S-shaped. Now, interestingly, that one I just did yesterday with the S-shaped push rods, no stuck valves. All the valves move free. Really kind of weird, actually. Donnie sent me $10. I don't drink, so do it for me. Thank you, Donnie. I will. No problem. Someone said I sound like their cat. All right, no, I scared their cat. That was it. Nice. That's good stuff. But anyway, yeah, stuck valves, you'll probably have bent push rods, and you can hit them with a hammer. This is how I test heads on the bench. Or in cases where things have been sitting forever, they don't want to turn, or they're bending push rods or whatever. Hit them with a hammer. You'll know by the sound. Burned valves, not always, but sometimes they'll be partially sunken as well, so they'll be higher than all the others. I mean, on a slant 6, it's pretty common on anything, frankly, from this era, but slant 6, especially from what I've seen, for the valves to all be kind of like this. But if one is way up, yeah, sunken seats in the slant 6, that happens. So another thing to check for, if you go in there and one valve is way higher than all the others, there's your problem. You could do a leak down check. There are a lot of different ways to go, but verifying they're not stuck is easy. The slant valve cover is easy to pull it and look and bring your hammer. There you go. Where do you find a 66 Charger? The production was low and there aren't plenty left. I see them for sale pretty often. They're easier to buy than 68s and 69s and 70s because they just are. They're way less desirable. Yeah, there aren't tons and tons of them, but they don't cost as much. Prices have come up, much like everything else, but yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Dan says he's pretty sure the V8 11-inch hydraulic clutch bell housing has the same bearing retainer diameter Does it have the same bolt pattern? Crap. Now that you say that, I am remembering something. And I apologize for not remembering this sooner, but I think it's the one Dan's talking about. There is a light duty 5-speed that was used behind the V6. And so this one is a 10-inch. So maybe this is what you need. And you'll have to do some research. I'm not totally sure, but I totally forgot. There was a light duty 5-speed. Is it called the 545? It might be called the 545. I can't remember. It was used behind the 3.9 V6, and they are very much like an 833 with an extra gear. It looks to me like that transmission was designed to go where the 833 went, and that might be that might be similar to what Dan is talking about. So you might look that up, see if you can find one. They're not necessarily everywhere either, but a V6 Dakota with a 5-speed. They use that transmission. So you might get a usable bell housing there. Apologize for not remembering that sooner. I will not be playing Freebird. I can play a little bit of Zappa stuff. Yeah, we already had 170 viewers. The smaller Leaning Tower of Power, yes. Yes. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, you will never be. How dare you? Try being both at once. Please do not show the walnut smuggling. Listen, man, it was the 70s. Yeah, I know. Do I know? I'm sure I knew that at one time, but I decided to try it in drop D for that low note. Mm-hmm. You're definitely getting some Earth, Wind, and Fire with that Leaning Tower power in the old convertible. I'll see myself out now. Yes, you are issued a copy of Nevermind. I can play like any Nirvana song you could ever think of. Rock Auto has the clutch. Anyone have a fan in Central Illinois? Nice. I'd go to crap, but that would mean going to Shelton. Yeah, it's the closest one to you. Ridge is pretty much the only reason I go to Shelton. And the Ridge is awesome. Big Bad Jones buys too much from O'Reilly because it's a block from his house. Yeah, the local guys used to be a block from my house, but then I moved, and then I moved again. But it's still not far. Dale, I've gotten a good few things from Rock Auto over the years. Tom orders from them a lot. Yeah. Fred Siegfried. And I put out an APB for this last week, I think. If anyone finds... Wait, found or find? Found like past tense? Like you found a small block gear drive? Or you're trying to find one. You've been tearing up a pole barn looking for it. If you found one, email me at deaddodgegarage@gmail.com because I need that. And I apologize for being way behind on the comments. I've been doing better on that lately, but, 200 people. Nice. Why are you coughing into your elbow when you're alone? The same reason I put on a seatbelt to drive 10 blocks. Conditioning. Dead Zeppelin or lead Dodge Zeppelin garage? Zed Leplin. There, are you happy? Because I end up coughing all over the computer, and it puts little rainbows on my screen, and that bothers me. Are you sure you don't live in Tennessee? I'm pretty sure. Adult candy is a euphemism for adult candy. The Mary Jane is legal in our state, and you can go into a store and buy it. And I don't smoke it. No Clue Garage is late. How are you doing? Jamie, Z-bar linkage for an automatic setup in my truck. Latest or earliest I can find one out of a truck. Is it just 80 or can I go 86? As far as I know, that column shift linkage is 72 to 93. As far as I know. The edibles do make you feel like you're on top of Candy Mountain. That's why I only eat half. The professional entertainment segment has begun. I did the whole spiel last week. Well, a friend of mine, Steve Goodman, wrote that song. He told me that it was the perfect country and Western song. I wrote him back a letter and said it could not be the perfect country western song because he hadn't said anything at all about mama, or trains, or trucks, or prison, or getting drunk. Stick to building Mopars. Oh, lick it. I've been a musician and record producer for like my music career is not quite old enough to drink. Well, yeah, this year actually. So yeah. And I'll hang around as long as you will let me. No, not nose candy, the other kind, the legal kind. Todd Denio is here from Minnesota. Welcome. Mississippi Queen. Yeah. We tried covering that with my current band. It kind of turned into a joke, with the cowbell and everything. I'm actually straight edge myself. Nice. I'll drink to that, brother. Barry Cuda got a replacement fuel pump for my Hemi 245-6 that was made in Mexico. I'll be damned. Mexico is pretty far, yeah. Oh, I don't know why my neck is killing me. Maybe it's the chair. I don't know. Snoopy Boobs is definitely not high. Glenn Uromi, almost lost a thumb while working on one of my demons about 10 years ago. I am now pro Shroud. Floating here. I was breaking in a 383 I built in a 68 Roadrunner. It was my first restoration type job. We did the... Sorry, I just read ahead and got really pissed off. We had the engine compartment painted. We did an engine compartment detail, not 100% factory, but pretty good. Replaced the entire wiring harness. We did a Hotchkiss suspension build. And yeah, just some little detail stuff. It was a cool car. What the heck? Why did I click on that? I goofed up. Anyway. A lot of good stuff is made in Mexico. Just saying. Anyway, when we were breaking in the engine for that 68 Roadrunner 383 that I built, I allegedly put my hand in the fan. So that is a lesson I've learned multiple times. I've put my arm in a fan a couple other times, but luckily I used to wear a leather jacket. So yeah. We had a really good alignment guy at the local Les Schwab. And we don't have many. We only have one other choice for tires here. So we do use them a lot. And there are certain repairs that they can do cheaper than I would do them. So I just pay them. Uncle Dad's Dickhead Garage. A guy I used to work with at O'Reilly, we used to close together all the time. His name's Steve. He still brings me cars to fix. And in fact, he's bringing me a friggin' Honda this week. Anyway, we had this idea. We were going to open our own parts store called Dickhead Auto Parts. And yeah, anyway. Good times. Dave Demo loves the channel except for the air quotes. Isn't like... What movie am I thinking of where they lean heavily on air quotes? I don't know what the problem with the air quotes is. It's okay to be a dick as long as you're a funny dick. Well, I'm trying. You got to learn to show how you feel. You've watched my videos, right? Snoopy Boobs. I wanted to go 70 dart. I love it. Nothing special, but pretty capable. No comment on the other thing. When a man called Seven Finger Dave says fan shrouds are important, you listen. Nice. I don't think there are there different size cam bearings for your average? And I don't think so. I don't think that would happen. There may be different sizes. I think there are for Hemis, aren't there? But crazy performance applications. But basically, cam bearings are cam bearings because you're replacing the cam, you replace the bearings. They're going to be normal size. I guess they could be made wrong or something. That does happen. But Having drag when you install a cam with new bearings, it happens. Not at all uncommon. Paul Shea says, my 89 D150 came from the factory 318 3-speed overdrive. That's the 833 overdrive. That's what we're talking about. Okay, cool. See, I wasn't sure how late they use that. So that bell would be exactly the right one. Yep. For sure. Broom handle to align bore the bearings. Yep. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Eklund parts, are even the ones they make now, are actually still pretty good. I get their points. They're the only points I will buy. Anyone else's are garbage. Get the Eklund points. They're good. Yeah. Yeah, the parts store nowadays leaves a lot to be desired. I usually walk in and do their job before them. Snoopy Boob says, this is the only auto chat that has not blogged me. Well, you are on thin ice, mister. Uh-huh. Yeah. Nice thing about a B-van with a slant is you can check for burnt valves while you're going down the road. Nice. Ram 50 would not have an 833. Ram 50s have Japanese stuff. They didn't have V6s, slant 6. They had 4 cylinders. Interesting. No. The NV3500, yes. But before that, before the NV3500, was the AX15. And before the AX15, in light-duty applications, such as the Dakota, was the transmission I'm thinking of. And I think it's called an NP545. But I'll look it up just for you. Or maybe it's a yeah. I thought it was the 545, but it's something like that. Anyway, no, there were several 5-speeds used. The NV3500 is the best one, at least behind a gasser. But I could play Eminence Front. It's not very hard. But yeah, the transmission I'm thinking of predates that. AX15, yep, uses a 10.5-inch clutch. Yes. Alex Martin, yes, again, I'm familiar with the NV3500, but there were 2 other transmissions used in Dodge Dakotas in that time. By the discussion, arriving late has its benefits. Welcome, the Fuse Man. Uh-huh. Super B from yesteryear trunk stripe. Would you say that's where the platform of today's Scat Pack trunk stripe comes from? I'm sure it does. Yeah. Same idea. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal if it's a winch truck anyway. And if it's got a bed, that's usually what's missing. Yeah, we're still hovering around 170, 172 right now. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I really appreciate that. If you haven't hit like on the stream, you should hit like, but only if you like it. Oh, nice. Banana sent some photos of the charger over, but unfortunately my daughter still has my phone. Yeah, the NV3500 is the upgrade option for people that have the one I'm talking about or the AX15. My friend Mike has a 92 Dakota that we swapped a 5.2 into. It was a 3.9 5-speed truck. It still has an AX15, and somehow it is still living despite all the mean things he has done to it. Seatbelt. What is that? Good band, the seatbelts. Yes, GM used NVs as well. 3500s and 4500s too, I think. Are there any good cheap radiators for a 70 Dodge Dart? Kind of want to change mine for a V8 swap. There's no such thing as cheap and good. You got to pick one. And I don't think cheap is even an option anymore, frankly. Cheap aluminum is going to be the best you can get. It's on eBay. The finest, cheapest aluminum rad you can get on eBay. They're up there. Yeah, I could be wrong. There may be year-to-year differences, but the frames are damn near identical for 20 years. So much on those trucks did not change. So I'm fairly certain that's going to be exactly the same. perfect country and western song. I didn't forget. David Allan Coe forgot. He also didn't say anything about his wife leaving him. So, there you go. I don't know C.W. McCall. I don't know C's Chocolates either. Convoy. This here's the Rubber Duck. My pappy is why I'm both a Mopar guy and a musician. It just feels natural. My dad was a singer and a songwriter. He was not an instrumentalist to any extent that I know of anyway. But he was a songwriter. Kind of well known for it among his friend group, in fact. So yeah, music runs in the blood. He was not a mechanic, a car guy. He drove Ford vans when I was alive. He drove other like classic crappy American cars before that. I remember him fiddling around under a hood, but I really now, especially from what I know about him, I have a sense that he did not know what he was doing in there. Good night, Cypher F. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Cars and guitars. Southbound and down. Nope. Timing Ford V8s is a good way to get a hand whack. Big block Mopars with no shrouds too. Apple pie. Yeah. More fuel injected Magnum. It's coming. It is coming. Yeah. Half-Fast Garage checked out as well. It is getting toward the end of the night, but I started a few minutes late, so I'll probably hang out a few minutes late, especially because I've got like 20 million comments left. Night Rooster. See Rooster's dipping out, so everybody. Oh, A535. Thank you. NP 2500. I thought it was 3500. Oh, NP 2500's. Okay. Different names for the same thing. A535. That is it. 87 to 91 Dakota, two-wheel drive. It's a 5-speed. I had one, and I just looking at it, looking at the bell housing and looking at the transmission mount and just kind of the size of it and where it still had the speedometer drive and everything. Just looking at it, I got the idea that that's basically a drop-in for an 833. But I didn't measure anything. I didn't verify that. That's just what it looked like to me. A535. Thank you for that, RT Cycles. Are there different versions of MV3500? I've read up on those, but I couldn't say. It's been way too long. Supplemental Restraints, the band. Yeah, it's a good band name. Oh, Stacy's free Magnum is actually a roller. Hey, take it. It's a good one. Cool. It's 1990, so it's probably not an overdrive either, though. It could. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Is a clutch fan a clutch fan? A Chevy fan, early 70s, has the same bolt circle that Rock Auto clutch for a 68 charge as that Rock Auto clutch. Yeah, the problem you're going to run into is the height. And in most of these applications, I've found you need the super short clutch. So, yes, as long as it's not so tall that it hits your radiator. My pappy is why I'm a resentful, small-minded vermin. No comment. That's good stuff. Wow, I got to the end of the comments, actually. That's weird. Wait, hold on. I think I skipped like 30. I don't know what happened. I jumped to the end. That was weird. Yeah, I skipped a lot of comments. I apologize. A movie that leans heavily on air quotes, right? Air quotes are for real Americans. I won't be giving up the air quotes because one commenter told me I should. I will not apologize. But I appreciate that you like the rest of the show. Someone the other day commented on one of my videos from over a year ago. Now, here's the thing. And I've talked about this a bit. The videos that I was making, especially in my early days at Rocket, I was a little over the top. And the thing is, I was kind of getting adjusted to making videos in front of other people. Like, you're putting on an act, and it's just like weird. And that's never what I want to do with this. But Yeah, I hear myself now in those videos. I sound like a complete idiot, a little bit over the top, and that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Someone commented and said, "I love the channel, but you need to find your own shtick." What do you love about the channel then? Because the way I make the videos, and again, my character was a little more ridiculous at that time, but like, do I not have my own shtick? I think I have my own shtick. I know what he was really saying, which was, "You're just trying to be Vice Grip Garage." That was a totally different, new commenter voice. Old Mopars will run like crap forever on 5 out of 6. That ain't bad. When a guy with a hook for a hand says to pay somebody to set the timing on your Ford P8, you do it. Where is the Joe Dirt car? Does anyone know? No idea. Yep. Eklund Points can confirm, even on my tractors, Mopars and Molines, there, if that is how you say that, I think it is, there's a channel name. Or band name, frankly. Yeah, the Eklund Points are like the only ones worth having now. Yeah. Jonathan Jesh, have you ever heard of / dealt with any of the second-gen Cummins Dodges with the 53 block leaking coolant? No, and I have had one. It never leaked. I've had 2 Mexican blocks. I bought a truck. I thought it was a 53 block. I thought it was cracked and leaking because there was coolant streaming down the side of it. It was a loose heater hose, but I got it for like $1,500 off. I didn't know that that's what it was. It was a 53 block. It was not cracked. But I thought it was cracked because it had coolant in the same exact area right down the side of the block. And I could smell it and everything. And so I got a significant discount. And then I got it home and I squeezed the upper hose and I saw it squirt out around that and went, oh, well, whatever. I still paid a lot of money for it. So it's not like I felt bad, but it wasn't a cracked block. Thank God you can look things up for people. You know, people ask me so many questions that it's like, Google could answer this, but I don't. Yeah. The Sonics, I actually know and have covered many times a Sonic song. But I usually don't do it the way they do it. How did they do it? I have a love, oh baby, we'll travel. Have a love, oh we'll travel. I said if you need loving, I'll travel. Anyway, Dan Auerbach, Black Keys covered that, so I just kind of played it like he did. But anywho, Seatbelts are a great band. Yeah, GM, Ford, and Mopar all use the MV4500. Yeah, I knew GM did. I didn't know Ford did, actually. Huh. Nice. Here are the comments I got to after I skipped a bunch. Oh, cool. Bill Johnson's Cornet is getting a new exhaust tomorrow. Fantastic. Oh. Yes, Brad. Yep, I saw. I think that comment was from you. I saw that. I will be doing a video on it. Whatever it is, you know, we'll see what it is. Yeah. I am hoping that it just ka-chowed the torque converter seal for no reason, but I don't know. Thanks for being here. We'll see. We will see you later. And yeah, of course, that kind of goes without saying, I hope, but the Mopar MV3500 and GM one are not compatible. Did you see that ad with the 89 Turbo Caravan for sale? I'm not sure, but y'all got any more of them? Because I really want one. McLovin Garage wants to know, what is your favorite current project happening at Rocket? The one you're most excited about helping with? I don't know. It's like all Chargers right now, and it's hard to pick a favorite. I think the 73 that we're doing is a really interesting build. That's the one I built the roller cam strucker for. And I would like to get moving on that. We're doing fuel injection on it, which I'm not necessarily the most excited about, but it is what it is. We got the 8 3/4 in it. That was super cool. We got the rear end all buttoned up, detailed, ready to go on the ground. We got obviously the engine is in it now. It has suspension again, and it now has the wheels. They're 17-inch magnums, which I think is going to be very polarizing. I wasn't sure I'd like them. I kind of do. I know that's weird, especially coming from me, and especially what I said earlier in this very live chat. But I kind of like it. It's something a little different. And so I'm excited about seeing that car come together. So I guess that would be the one. But we also have a Charger Daytona. So I'm pretty excited about that. I get to build it. Well, I already built the engine for that. And we've already run it. So yeah, that'll be my major contribution. I'll probably do the rear end for it. I'll be doing a lot more on it. But yeah. I like the things that require using my brain and not so much the mindless restoration of parts. So projects that involve that are usually where I am happiest. All right. Well, we're definitely in overtime now, and most people are saying good night. So to everybody checking out, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate that. It is about that time. I'll probably close this with another. I'll close the evening with another song when I think of what that is. Mopars and Madonnas, even better. Yes, Jaguar fan clutch. The Jaguar fan clutch has the right bolt pattern, mounts the fan, and it is the shortest one. So that is a very common part found on performance builds. I can't tell you what Jaguars use that, but I can tell you that is correct. So thanks for that, Cody. I thought it was Austin Powers. I thought it was. Thank you. I just didn't want to be wrong, so I didn't say. Good night, Snoopy Boobs, Bell James, Banana, etc. Appreciate you guys being here. Great show as usual. Good night, all. Thank you, Kelly Smith. Appreciate that. BNSF said it out. I can't think of anything clever to say. Till next week. See you, Paul Steinberg. That Turbo Caravan was in Florida. Yeah, I'm not going to Florida. I mean, I will eventually. I need to go visit Donnie, but not for a Turbo Caravan. Yeah, I want the Turbo Caravan with 5-speed. Be perfect. Do you prefer lowered or lifted trucks? Not lowered. But I wouldn't lift a 2-wheel drive either. I like stock height 2-wheel drive and slightly lifted 4-wheel drive. And I'm not talking anything major. Honestly, I mean, both my Power Wagons are stock height. My 48, excuse me, Power Wagon might end up a little lower, but not lowered. I'll just be taking some spring out of it because it's horrible. Yeah, never stops me. 17 inch is a good choice because of tire selection, and that's absolutely it. That's, I think, the main reason they went that way. Lowering a truck should be against the law. I've driven a few. I didn't really like it. It's not my thing. It's not my look. And they tend, especially lowered D150s, tend to handle hair terrible. So I don't recommend it. I started to say handle hairable. So would it be tandle hairable, I think? No idea. Should be against the law. No, but the Carolina Squat definitely should be against the law. I don't play any Alice in Chains songs. Dakota RT Slammed looks cool. I don't think anything Slammed looks cool. And that is the hill I will die on. I was going to open with this. I don't know if I actually know how to play it. Alex Martin has a lowered 05 Ram with a 2.5 drop, and I love it. That's fine. It's up to you. I'm talking about what I like, and I don't. And that's exactly it. Actually, I had a customer who had a lowered 05 or 6 Ram Gasser 1500 4-wheel drive, and they lowered it and put like 20s on it, and we fixed it and put like a 4-inch lift on it. Anyway, yeah, that's the thing. And again, like a little bit lower. I do like that look. I don't like slammed. A little bit lower is cool. But again, the lower Dodges that I have driven, they didn't drive good. And the other thing is, as Bill says, you can't use the truck as a truck. And I was talking about that a lot recently. But sorry, I read LDMDIDJDJD's comments about YouTube killing his comment. We talked about this before. Trucks to me have to be trucks. They have to be usable. They have to do stuff. They have to tow stuff. They have to haul stuff. And I just don't like that. Level kit. I'm into that. Cool. Alex Martin's daily is an 05 Power Wagon. I did a level. Nice. I want a newer Power Wagon, but I think I want the next generation. I want one. I wish they made them in diesel. But even so, I still want one. Oh, it's turbo. The lower truck is turbo now, so it's not much of a working truck. Yeah. And again, that was the other thing I was talking about last week is, to me, a truck, it's not a fun toy to me. I don't see it. Struggling now just to get by, my friend. It's keeping me up real late at night. Hell, I can't settle down a honky-tonk line. Drifting, dang it, drifting around about 4:30 in the blues on my back and a bottle on the floor. Drinking until I think I'm gonna fall down, 'cause my sweet little baby had to kick me low down once again. Well, I'm struggling now just to get by, my friend. There's another thing. What does it do? It doesn't. No, it's like, I don't know. It's very country. Anyway. Anyone that knows who that is wins a cookie. All right. K-Man Weisenbach is trying to put an 833 in a 73 satellite slant 6. Can I drill a hole in a 3-speed or use a piece from a truck, a 33 shifter? About the 3-speed unit for the dog bone bracket. Well, you can do whatever you want, but I don't really think you can make the 3-speed shifter work. Yeah. I mean, you could have all the forward gears. And then you need an extra rod for reverse. Many people have done that. Nice. Where I live, lowered vehicles are worthless. The potholes will destroy them in a matter of weeks. They're worthless everywhere, and there are tons and tons and tons of lowered cars and trucks and things around here. Yep. Yeah, All Classic says, I'm down to an hour and only a third of the way through my footage. Yep. Good times. All right. You can't outrun the police on gravel with a lower truck. Yeah. Good call. The rock band UFO, not the beamed up hillbilly and buggered stuff. No idea. Oh, someone did say UFO. Dan. Dan did. I don't know UFO at all. Mexican spec, you would be surprised because Washington, only part of it is what you think it is. Almost the entire rest of it is not. And I used to joke all the time about how like all the dudes I went to high school with thought they were in the South. It's kind of the attitude, though. I mean, not quite the accent, but the way of life. At least some of it. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. There's a lot of country stuff around here. You can see way too much of my scalp now. This is terrible. Michael Schenker. No, don't know the name. Oh, anyway, I was going to open with that song. And then I was thinking about how to play it because I've never played it before. And I realized that it was the same chords as Water of Love by Dire Straits. And then I decided to play that instead. Lights out. Yeah, it's time to go, but I just thought of something else. Everybody wants to be somewhere else. Exactly. Yeah, the only place most people know of Washington is Seattle. Most of the state is not like that. The Dead South are touring and will be close to me in April. I probably won't go. Nice. But I do like them. How does that song start? Shit. If I can remember the first line of any song, I can play it. Probably. I don't think I can actually sing that anyway. After I can't. Oh, it does start with whistling. Yes, it does. God damn it. Thank you, Donnie. It's not in the key I thought it was. It's in G minor. Dead love couldn't go no further. Proud of and disgusted by her. Push of a little bruised and battered. Oh Lord, I ain't coming home with you. Too many chords. Can't do it. Too many chords. Apparently they dropped a new album. Wow. Nice. Okay, I'm actually leaving. Thanks, YT viewer. Everybody, Donnie's working on it for me. Nice. In hell, I'll be in good company. Jeff Militich has a cousin in Olympia. Nice. I'm not from Seattle, Washington. I'm from the rest of Washington. Yeah, out here is just kind of like, well, I call it the Wild West. I mean, it's kind of chill. All right, Ramstein. I will not be playing any of that. Awesome. Oh, cool. The Fuse Man is in the area of totality for the eclipse. My brother and family are driving over there. Brothers, mother, nephew. So many talents in the meat bag. And he can whistle. I can whistle like any guitar solo. And Trav at work finds it annoying, but also fascinating. Here's one. Oh, it's wrong key. Anyway, I am from Seattle. I was born there. Jamie, Uncle Country Dork's Garage. Oh, it's apt. Can you sing tenor? 10 or 12 miles away? Sure. All right, I'm leaving. Check out Reverend Gary Davis for guitar work. I'll see what I can do. I think she's going to time out you with love for calling me a dork. I was definitely in the Dorks of Hazard. It was called the Corn Dog Car Chase, but same idea. Okay. 114 of you still here. It's crazy. Thanks for hanging out. Tanner, I barely even know her. And I'm leaving. Good night. God luck and good speed. And thanks for all the fish. And I'll see you guys next week. And in the comment section. Wait, there was a real question. Hold on. The Cloven Garage had a real question. What's on the agenda this week, project-wise? 68 Coronet, toolbox charger, Dart Sport, drivetrain removal, and you will see the video on wheels on my charger, but it's already filmed. And on that terrible disappointment, I'm out. Okay, bye! You tenor, you brought her. Bye.